university, because we're not located only in Lappenranta but also in Imatra. So we'll tell you about our campuses, what faculties do we have, what programs do we have, opportunities for you to go to exchange to our university, and also about the work of our international office.
And both of us, actually, we are former students of SAIMA, so we kind of have a perspective of students and also staff. And also you can ask questions at any time you want to. But I think Alexandra is first going to start.
So as I said before, we are located not only in Lappenranta but also in Imatra, and I will just give you a short insight about these two cities if you haven't been to Lappenranta or Imatra before. So Lappenranta has 72,000 inhabitants. It's a central town in the area. It is quite lively and international because of our university. We have many international students. While Lappenranta is located on the Lake Saimaa, and our name of our university, Saimaa University of Applied Sciences, goes from there. We're close to Russian border and not far from Helsinki region. Well, there are a lot of things to do here, museums, and probably you have been to Harbor and to this central area yesterday. Well, I hope you'll have a good time here. And Imatra, it's quite smaller. It is situated in 35 kilometers from Lappenranta. It's famous for the river Vuoksi, and it's very close to Russia as well. So in our university there are 5 fields to study: healthcare and social services, it's the biggest part, technology, business administration, tourism and hospitality, and fine arts. Well, a few words about Skinnarila campus, which is located here in Lappenranta. As I said, it's international and diversified, and 3 faculties are here: technology, healthcare and social services, and business administration. And we are very close to LUT, Lappenranta University of Technology. And altogether we have about 8,000 students, so a lot. And part of them are Saimaa University of Applied Sciences, about 3,000 people. So it's a new building with modern laboratories, simulation rooms, and equipment. We have a lot of canteens with tasty food. I hope you will have lunch today there, so you can taste. Well, then we'll move on to Imatra Linnala campus. It's smaller because we don't have LUT close to it. There are about 400 or 500 students, also a good canteen and a lot of possibilities. Then, as I said, we have 5 faculties, and you can get the following degrees in our university. It's well, they're listed here. And we provide education in Finnish language, of course, and also in English. So you can study mechanical engineering and production technology in English. You can study international business. In Imatra, there is a hotel, restaurant, and tourism management.
And also the new...
What? Oh, is it? Okay. Starting from the next year, it's nursing program. And also we have a master's degree in Lappenranta, it's international business management. So you are very welcome to come here as an exchange student, and you can study any program here. So you can study at any of all these 5 fields. And just short information about student mobility and staff mobility. In 2016 we had 148 incoming exchange students and 262 outgoing students, and we had 154 incoming visiting staff exchange and 179 outgoing. And yeah, Saimaa University of Applied Sciences is the most international university of applied sciences in Finland. Some information about living costs if you would like to come here as exchange students, so you will have some insights on how much you will spend per month. We offer not we, but there is another housing company in Lappenranta and in Imatra, and there is accommodation, like 2 or 3 bedroom flats with shared kitchen and bathroom facilities. You can rent a single bedroom flat, or you can share a bedroom with someone else. You can see the prices here. So it will cost you like 570 euros per month. Not too much in my opinion. And the reasons why you should choose Salm University of Applied Sciences to come here as an exchange student, or maybe continue your studies here. It's practically oriented studies. We have a lot of practice lessons, and it's high quality of teaching and friendly professors, interesting projects, multicultural atmosphere, and as I said, practical training in real life, and also cooperation with Lappenranta University of Technology, and you can also take some courses from LUT during your exchange if you wish. And then Marit will continue.
Thanks. Yeah, Alexandra told already something about the figures about our staff exchanges. These figures here are only teacher exchanges, so some students think like, internationality is not for me, but unfortunately, if you're in SAIMA, it means that you will have some kind of internationalization, regardless if you study in Finnish side or if you study in the English taught degree programs. Last year we had 100 outgoing teacher exchanges, so it means our lecturers will go to Germany, UK, States to teach for a short period of time. So by the time that they get back home, they have some insights and new ideas for their lectures in SAIMA as well. And in addition to that, also we get a lot of teachers and lecturers to visit SAIMA. So if you have your normal lecturer, maybe one time during your course you get a lecturer from Spain, let's say, and she or he will teach you something about that topic as well. What do we have also is this International Week. Every year, I think this year we have our 4th or 5th, I don't remember now. It's in the last week of September, and last time that I checked there was already 100 participants from more than 20 different countries. So that's like really intensive international week where like all the students get visiting lecturers, and there's a lot of international happenings going on both campuses in SAIMA, in Lappenranta and in Imatra. That's how a partner map looks within Europe. So as you can see, there's a lot of red dots all around the Europe. Of course, it doesn't mean if you're studying business. There are some partner universities who are just for business, or some universities which are just for fine arts, let's say. And if you have a look on the map, you can see that there's a lot of partner universities, especially in Germany and in Russia, in St. Petersburg. So anybody who wants to go for exchange studies, they can go if they just meet the criteria. And what the criteria means, so basically if you have done your studies in the pace that you were supposed to, and if you apply for exchange, you're good to go.
So no one from Ukraine?
No, not yet. Hopefully soon. And there are always students, especially Finnish students. I've noticed that they said, oh, I don't want to go to Europe, I want to go as far as possible. So there is possibilities for those students as well. So those are the partner universities outside of Europe. And of course there's always free movers. So if you say, I want to go to Australia, be my guest, but then you have to do the organizing yourself. And what is nice is, of course, the money. All the students who go to abroad, and if they stay there at least for 3 months, and if they get the credits, they will get money for it. So probably all of you have heard of Erasmus. So depending which country you go, you get either 250 or 300 euros per month. And even if you do non-Erasmus or free mover exchanges, you will still get money. And to Russia, we have this special program. It's called FIRST, soon to be FIRST Plus. There, the support at the moment is 400 euros per month. A lot of our students also do placements abroad, and like the studies, they are always supported financially if they also last at least the 3 months and they get credits. The amounts are exactly the same. Besides of their Erasmus, it's 350 or 400 euros per month. And there are a lot of students who do, let's say, one placement in Spain, one placement in Greece, and then they go exchange to, I don't know, States. So it doesn't matter if you've been once, you can still go a second or third, or I have even students who've been 4 times abroad during their studies here. I think the most common countries, most popular countries for exchange in our university, number 1 is Germany. Like the universities, they might vary sometimes. Munich, for example, is quite popular, or Augsburg, but Germany in general gets a lot of applicants each year. Also UK is very attractive to our students. And about the placements, a lot of students go to Russia, but that's mainly because we have so many Russian degree students, so when the summer break comes, they then to go to their home countries. But in addition to that, like southern European countries are really popular, Spain, Greece. There's a lot of hospitality placements available. Double degree studies, so what it means, you get another bachelor degree by the time you graduate from SAIMA. Usually it's on your 3rd year of studies when you head to somewhere abroad, one of those listed countries over there, and usually you do the thesis in the host university. So you spend the first 2 years in SAIMA, and then the 3rd year you head to Germany, study there for 1 year, come back, graduate from SAIMA, and you get a bonus, another degree, bachelor degree from Germany, let's say. And double degrees, unfortunately, are not yet available for all our degree programs. Those are, so business, MEC, and tourism are available. So what else do we do in the international office besides of the exchange and placements? We have this Meet a Local Family program, and we do it together with LUT. What it means that we have our Finnish families, and we match them with our foreign students. It doesn't matter if you're degree or exchange students. So they meet up with the family and the student, and the students get to know normal Finnish family life, and also the families get to know the foreign student. I was actually taking in part of this program 2 or 3 years ago. I was one of the host families, and what we did with my German student, he visited me at my home. We went to see ice hockey games. There's a team called Saipa in Lappenranta. It's like just really basic things. It's just something that the students don't usually normally get a chance, because a lot of times if you're a foreigner, you tend to spend your time with other foreigners instead of spending your time with Finnish students. And also we do the short courses to Russia. It's called Russia in Russia. So we have a native Russian teacher coming to Finland for 1 week, and then you get spend another week in St. Petersburg or in Viborg learning Russian language. So it's really nice. You have to spend, I don't know, maybe 50 50 to 100 euros, I don't remember by heart now, I'm sorry, for the visa and for the accommodation, but all in all it's quite cheap, and you get to spend 1 week in St. Petersburg. Yeah, that's the thing that a lot of students, when they are coming to me and then they think, oh, should I go, should I not? I always say yes, because I've never had a student who got back from exchange or placement and said, oh, it was horrible, why did I do it? It's always like, yay, I had the time of my life when I can go back. And that's exactly what happened to me. I was in Taiwan for 6 months, and I was like, oh, I don't want to go back home, but it was time for me to graduate by that time, so I couldn't continue, but luckily I got hired here, so I get to work with these things at least. Is there any questions you want to ask from me or Alexandra? Or did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.